Assertiveness is another fundamental component of self-confidence. Assertiveness involves expressing thoughts, needs, and opinions with clarity and confidence while maintaining respect for others. Many people hesitate to voice their thoughts for fear of judgment or conflict, but assertiveness is not about being aggressive. It is about valuing one's own perspectives. A workplace example illustrates this well. An employee who disagrees with a proposed project direction may choose to stay silent, worried about how their opinion will be received. However, if they practice assertiveness, they can express their concerns in a constructive manner, showing both confidence and professionalism. Developing assertiveness requires practice. Small steps, such as making direct eye contact when speaking or stating personal opinions with confidence, can have a profound impact. Over time, the ability to communicate effectively strengthens self-esteem. The realization that one's voice matters reinforces self-belief, leading to increased comfort in standing up for personal values. The way individuals carry themselves also influences self-confidence. Body language often reflects internal thoughts and emotions, sometimes even before words are spoken. Slouched shoulders and downward glances convey insecurity, while standing tall and making eye contact exudes confidence. Studies have shown that adopting an open and strong posture can positively affect one's mindset. When individuals physically present themselves with assurance, they begin to internalize that confidence. Stepping out of one's comfort zone is another transformative practice. People often stay within familiar spaces because they fear the unknown, yet growth occurs at the edge of discomfort. A person hesitant to speak in public may avoid opportunities to do so, reinforcing their fear. However, the moment they take the risk, perhaps by speaking in front of a small group, they push their boundaries and discover new capabilities. The more frequently one steps beyond their perceived limitations, the greater their confidence becomes. These elements embrace a growth mindset, surrounding oneself with positive influences, practicing assertiveness, and stepping beyond comfort zones are deeply interconnected. A person who develops a growth mindset is more likely to seek out encouraging environments, and those positive influences, in turn, bolster their willingness to take risks. Assertiveness builds on this foundation, allowing individuals to communicate their needs and opinions with confidence. Through this continuous cycle of growth, self-confidence becomes not just a momentary feeling, but a lasting state of being. Inner peace is not merely the absence of external chaos, but the presence of inner calm that allows individuals to navigate life's uncertainties with grace and resilience. It is cultivated through intentional practices that anchor the mind and heart in the present moment, fostering a state of emotional stability that remains undisturbed by external circumstances. One of the most powerful tools for achieving inner peace is mindfulness, the ability to be fully present and engaged in each moment without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, individuals detach from the constant noise of their thoughts and immerse themselves in the now, creating space for tranquility and clarity. A person practicing mindfulness does not allow themselves to be consumed by the regrets of the past or the anxieties of the future. Instead, they train their mind to focus on the present, appreciating the simple yet profound moments of life. Consider someone drinking a cup of tea. If their mind is occupied with worries, they barely notice the warmth, the aroma, or the taste. However, when they mindfully engage in the act, they fully experience each sensation, grounding themselves in the present. This practice extends beyond small moments. It applies to how one approaches life's challenges, relationships, and personal growth. Acceptance plays a vital role in maintaining inner peace. Life is inherently unpredictable, and no amount of control can shield individuals from unexpected hardships. Many struggle with this uncertainty, seeking stability in external factors such as relationships, careers, or financial security. However, true peace is found in embracing the unpredictable nature of existence rather than resisting it. Acceptance does not mean resignation. Rather, it is a conscious decision to let go of the need to control every outcome. A person who loses a job may initially experience stress and anxiety, fearing the unknown. If they resist the reality of the situation, they prolong their suffering, dwelling on what they cannot change. However, if they practice acceptance, they shift their focus toward what they can control, developing new skills, exploring opportunities, or viewing the transition as a chance for growth. This mental shift alleviates unnecessary suffering and allows them to move forward with confidence and inner stability. Forgiveness is another essential component of inner peace. Holding on to resentment or past grievances creates an emotional burden that disrupts mental well-being. Many believe that forgiveness is for the benefit of the other person, but in reality, it is a gift to oneself. Carrying bitterness is like holding onto a burning coal. It only harms the person refusing to let go. By choosing forgiveness, individuals release themselves from the grip of past pain, making space for healing and emotional stability. Imagine someone who has been deeply hurt by betrayal. They replay the event repeatedly in their mind, allowing anger and resentment to dominate their thoughts. This cycle of negativity not only affects their peace, but also prevents them from fully engaging in life. However, the moment they decide to forgive, not to excuse the behavior, but to free themselves from its weight, they reclaim their power. Forgiveness is not about forgetting. It is about choosing peace over prolonged suffering. Establishing boundaries is another fundamental step in cultivating inner peace. Many people struggle with setting limits, fearing that doing so will create conflict or push others away. However, boundaries are acts of self-respect, protecting one's energy and emotional well-being. Without them, individuals often feel drained, overwhelmed, and disconnected from their sense of self. A person who constantly says yes to every request, even at the expense of their own needs, eventually experiences burnout. They may feel resentful toward others while struggling with their inability to assert themselves. However, when they learn to set boundaries, whether by saying no to extra commitments or distancing themselves from toxic relationships, they regain control over their peace. Boundaries communicate self-worth and create